And we now head to BOST, and the workers of BOST have raised red flags on the conditions of service in the absence of strategic reserves to facilitate their work.
Right, so thanks for staying with us. Now, workers of the bulk oil storage and transportation company in Kumasi have demonstrated, and the reason is to register their displeasure over mismanagement and poor conditions of service. And they want the current management dissolved and a substantive director appointed. These are the allegations of the workers in Kumasi. We are privileged to have the management here in a person of the managing director of a company to react to some of these allegations. We have John Akofo, who is the MD of Bulk Oil Storage and Transportation Company. Good evening, sir, and thanks for joining us.
Welcome, madam.
Right, I'm sure you've heard some of these allegations being mismanagement and poor conditions of service. How would you react to the allegations?
Well, thanks for the opportunity, but it's unfortunate the staff went to the press or without first coming to us, because we have had a very fruitful relationship with them, and the figures do not show, because if you look at our operations over the period from 2009 to date, we have turned BOST from a loss-making company of 91 million Ghana cedi to a current 17 million profit company. And also in terms of shareholders funds, we were in negative of about 73 million loss, and currently we have put in about 47 million profit over the 4-year period.
With all the figures, are you saying that you are not aware of their grievances?
No, that's what I'm saying, that it looks like they are not very much informed about the position. We have been working with them, and we've been dealing with them daily and weekly. They come to us, and the figures that we have do not show the accusations that they are labeling against us.
They are not looking at the figures. They are talking about mismanagement and poor conditions of service. These are issues of reality, and I just want to find out, are you aware or have you heard anything amongst the workers that these are grievances management is not aware?
Management is aware of condition of service that is yet to be signed.
It's poor.
Condition of its service that have been negotiated and yet to be signed.
Is it poor?
It's not, because if we have negotiated and we are yet to sign, it means we have all agreed on the way forward. So right. It doesn't make it poor, because we have all agreed. So it
means the workers agreed and management also agreed?
Yes, we have agreed and we are signing, but they have just introduced new conditions, and those new conditions are those things that we are now looking at. We have set up a committee. The union is a member. There's a member from the union, there's a member from management, there's a member from board management, senior staff, so union, senior staff and management, who are now reviewing the various nitty-gritty and the various issues of misagreement, so that we can now send it to the board for final signature.
Because it looks like the workers also have a different version. First of all, they don't like the management. They want it dissolved. They want a reshuffle, a new director. What do you say to that?
Well, they say the management is not up to task. That's what I'm saying, that the figures that we have, the operations of the company is portrayed by the net asset of the company. Where was the company positioned? Where is it now? So what is the relationship between us and...
So it means, do we blame it on the relationship between you and the workers? Does it mean that you don't have any cordial relationship? Because it looks like the figures you're giving me and the reports coming in from the workers is two different things. It means they're not really informed. When we look at the figures, you are mentioning that you don't work in barrels, but per the information we have, we understand that you could store about 84 million barrels of petroleum product, but the current stock is less than 1 million barrels. And this again, they blame the reduction in poor management at the headquarters.
That is not true. Because you see, BOST as a company, right, does not import products.
And we have on phone Ben Owusu, Union Chairman of the Bulk Oil Storage and Transport Limited, to speak to us on the latest development after workers raised red flags on their conditions of service and the absence of strategic reserves to facilitate their work. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, madam.
All right, what is the state of affairs currently?
In terms of what, please?
In terms of your agitations, your concerns.
Oh, okay. We are raising a very simple concern that as a nation, we are supposed to have a strategic reserve. And for the past 4 or 5 years now, there hasn't been any strategic reserve in the country. So we are only appealing to the government that they should ensure that we have a strategic reserve for the nation. That is one. Then two, we are also talking about our condition of service. For the past 4 years now, our condition of service has been re-review, and nothing has come out of it for the past 4 years. And anytime we go, management will give us an excuse. It is the board, it is that. And this is where we are now today. And that is why we are embarking on this indefinite strike action.
All right, Mr. Ben Owusu, we had spoken to your managers earlier and they told us that, they have met with you on your conditions of service. So where comes these demands?
Come again, I didn't hear you. If you can.
I'm asking that we have spoken to your managers earlier and they tell us that they have met you. They met you this week on your conditions of service. So where comes these demands again?
You've spoken to our managing director?
Yes, we spoke to him earlier.
What?
Mr. Akafo.
Your line is bad.
Mr. Ben Owusu, we had spoken to your managers earlier, Mr. Akafo, and he told us that they had met with you on your conditions of service. So we're asking, where comes these demands then? These further demands.
They have met us to review the condition of service, but we haven't come into agreement as to which one we are agreeing on or which one we are signing. They are only telling us that they've sent it to the HR to look at it, and they will send it to the legal woman. No, there's a lot of misinformation going out there. So, to the point of our view, we are not having anything to do with the management in terms of the signing of the condition of service. There is nothing that we have agreed on.
We understand you have a meeting this afternoon. What are going to be your concerns then?
Yes, I'm on my way to the head office with my other executives. And we are going out there to go and sit down to address the issues.
All right. Thank you very much for speaking to us.
Currently, we have agreed to ask our members to start doing some jobs at APD. And the other depots, we've asked them to hold on, but for APD, we asked them to load some OMC. And I think that is what we are exactly doing now.
All right, thank you very much.